Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 190th episode.
This episode we bring you Tug of War, a story from the Bahamas.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors.
We are coming to you from Jamestown, Virginia, where the Jamestown Settlement is.
It was the first permanent English settlement in America. It's not the oldest town. St. Augustine is the oldest town. Jamestown is the oldest permanent English settlement. It was a few years before Plymouth Rock, before
yes.
Plymouth.
In fact, the one of the captains from one of the first ships that came over, the Navigator, he was the captain of the Navigator that came over from England, and he made maps and whatnot, and that is what helped the people who came to Plymouth Plantation.
Yes, and they have replicas of those three ships there at Jamestown. Susan Constant.
The Navigator and
another one.
Another one.
And you can go aboard them.
Like we did.
And talk to the crew in their period costumes.
Yes.
They also have a recreated Powhatan Indian village and a recreated colonial fort. And they have costumed interpreters in them as well.
And this is not the actual site where Jamestown, they're still doing archaeological digging at the actual site where Jamestown was established. But this is just down the road from it. There is a recreation of what it looked like in 1607. It's the Jamestown Settlement, which we got to visit.
And also they have some indoor museum exhibits, and all of this I thought was extremely well done.
It really was. Very thorough, so much information. You could spend days there and go back and still learn more. And there is going to be a video up on our new YouTube channel, Activated Adventures, and we will be sharing all of that information with you, and you can see it for yourself on our YouTube.
And also, since we talked to you last time, we've done some other interesting stuff. We visited Thomas Edison National Historic Park in New Jersey, in West Orange, New Jersey, which was the home of Thomas Edison's laboratories.
Laboratory.
Lots of them, lots of different projects going on.
Oh, wow. I had no idea that there was so much history there. We've been through there several times, and we've heard about the Thomas Edison National Laboratories, but this is the first time we got to stop and see it in person, and it's just as they left it. Nothing is a replica. There's 98% of it is exactly the stuff that they used and is still preserved, and it is still there thanks to his sons for preserving that which wasn't destroyed by a fire.
Yes.
They did lose a lot to a fire. They destroyed about 7 buildings, and it was bad. To think of how much we lost because of the fire.
One thing that is a replica, but it's a very well done replica, is the film studio. Edison was a pioneer film producer, among other things, and they had this studio that was built so that it would rotate to catch the sun's rays.
Yes, he was one of the very first people that put anything on film, and was thus a film producer, and they were making little shorts, what we call short videos, like little YouTube videos now, but very fascinating to see what they were doing and how they accomplished what they did back when they were just inventing it. It was brand new.
And another thing we did is we took a helicopter ride over Newport, Rhode Island.
Another first for us, our very first helicopter ride. It was so much fun. It was a little miniature helicopter, and it was enough to seat 4 people. And we went up with the pilot, of course. It got a chance to see, over Newport, Rhode Island, which is beautiful. We looked down at some mansions, and we saw a mansion that Jay Leno had just bought, and a whole bunch of other mansions from the sky. Beautiful views.
It was our chance to look down on rich people in their mansions.
That was really neat. This is all on our new, not only do we have a new YouTube station, Activated Adventures, where we're putting all of our travel videos, but we also have a new website, activatedadventures.com, where you can read all about our adventures, and we're going to be doing more than just videos on the website. So we're just putting everything travel over on our new Activated Adventures website. Activated Story Theater is still going, but we're going to keep that for theater, and our shows for kids and families. So just kind of doing a little separation there. So please come follow us on our YouTube and subscribe to our new website as well.
And one other great thing we did since the last time is we got to throw some hatchets.
Yes, we threw hatchets.
They have a place in New Jersey called Bury the Hatchet. They actually have several of these places in different locations around the country, but this was the first one. You go throw hatchets at targets, and they have an instructor to coach you in how to throw. They have leagues, competitive leagues. People come and have these competitions at throwing hatchets at targets.
Yeah, and once you've tried it, you kind of understand why people want to keep doing it. It is fun.
Yes, and we each hit the bullseye several times.
Yes.
Much to our amazement.
Well, we do have a story for you, and you guys are going to love this story. It is Tug of War from the Bahamas.
This is a story about a clever little monkey named Timmy. One day, he decided he wanted to go fishing. So he got into his boat and rowed to a little place near some cliffs and put his pole in the water.
This looks like a pretty good place to fish. I see lots of fish jumping around. Surely I can catch a few of them.
And then along came a big, mean, nasty whale who poked his head out of the water.
You? What are you doing here?
Me? I'm just fishing. Don't worry. I'm not going to catch you.
You have no right to catch my fish.
Your fish? I don't see any brands on them. Did you raise these fish?
Don't be a wise guy. These are my fish because they're in my water.
Your water? Do you have a deed to it?
I don't need a deed. I'm the biggest thing in the sea. In fact, I'm the biggest thing that ever lived. So, when I say I own this part of the ocean, I own this part of the ocean. Who's gonna say otherwise? You?
Now, see here, Mr. Whale, you're being very unreasonable. This is a very big sea with a lot of water in it. Surely there's room for all of us, but since I can't row out very far, this looks like a good place for me to fish.
No, it's not. Because I say it's not. So, get out and stay out.
And with that, the whale swung his mighty tail and swatted the monkey in his boat all the way back onto the land.
Aye! So, the whale wants to play rough, huh? He thinks he's bigger and stronger than I am just because he's bigger and stronger than I am? Well, maybe I'll just, maybe I can get some coconuts to throw at him. Yeah, that'll teach him.
So the monkey went into the forest looking for coconut trees.
There are some. Ooh, and some bananas, too. Oh, boy, I could have a real fruit salad here.
But just then, along came a big, nasty, ugly elephant. You, what are you doing in that tree?
Would you believe a few coconuts fell down, so I'm putting them back up?
I think you're trying to steal coconuts from one of my trees.
Your trees? Who says they're your trees?
I do. I have a trunk, and so do these trees, so they must be mine.
Now, see here, Mr. Elephant. There are plenty of trees here for everybody of any species.
Yeah? Well, I'm bigger and stronger and louder than anyone else in the forest, and I say these trees belong to me. Now come down.
No can do.
Then I'll bring you down. And with that, the elephant stuck his trunk against the trunk of the tree and began pushing and rocking the tree back and forth until the monkey fell to the ground.
Whoa!
Now get out of here before I wipe my feet on you.
Look, Mr. Elephant, it's not fair for you to keep the trees and the fruit all to yourself. We all live here, and we all work just as hard as you do.
Too bad. The only way I'm going to let you climb in my trees is if you show me that you're just as strong as I am.
And how would I do that?
Well, by beating me in a tug of war.
Tug of war? But that would take someone as big and strong and as obnoxious as you. Huh. Or maybe it wouldn't. You know, I might just take you up on that challenge.
What challenge is that?
The challenge of beating you in a tug of war, of course.
You're joking, right?
Not at all. I'll be right back.
And so Timmy the monkey went and got a very long coil of rope.
Good thing there was an Ace Hardware store in the forest.
And then he went back to the elephant.
Okay, Mr. Elephant. I'm ready to have a tug of war with you.
Don't make me laugh. It gives me stretch marks.
I'm quite serious. Here, take one end of this rope. That's it. Now, in order to give me my monkey muscles plenty of room to move, I must go all the way to the end of my rope. So, you just wait there, and when I'm ready, I'll yank on the rope 3 times. Deal?
Of course. I'll be waiting right here. I wouldn't miss this for the world. So Timmy the monkey carried the rest of the rope all the way back down to the water, where he put it in his boat, and he rowed back out to the cliffs where he had seen the whale before.
You? Back again? I thought I told you to stay away.
Now, Mr. Whale, there's no need to spout off at me. I'm not here to fish this time.
Then what are you doing here?
To let you know that you better not try to push me around anymore, because I'm stronger than you. I'm strong enough to make you blubber.
Prove it.
Very well. I hereby challenge you to a tug of war.
I must have misunderstood you. Guess I got air in my ears again. I thought you said tug of war.
That's exactly right. And if you win, I'll never row out to your waters again. But if I win, you have to agree to leave me alone and let me fish in these waters all I want.
Sure, whatever. As if there's actually any chance of that happening.
Excellent. Here, take the end of this rope. Oh, that's good. Now, I'll take my place at the other end. And when you feel me tug on the rope 3 times, let the tug of war begin. Agreed?
I wouldn't miss this for anything.
So the monkey went back into the forest to about the center of the rope.
Okay, hope this works. Here goes. 1, 2, 3.
And as soon as he had yanked the rope 3 times, both the elephant and the whale began pulling on it with all their might, with each one thinking that he was battling against the monkey.
I've got to climb up into a tree and watch this.
The battle went on for hours and hours. Sometimes the elephant would be winning and sometimes the whale. Sometimes the elephant would draw the whale all the way up out of the water and into the trees.
Wow, that monkey is really strong. To pull me up here with me hanging on to all that water?
And sometimes the whale would draw the elephant all the way through the woods and into the water. Wow, that monkey is not only really strong, he's amphibious. A frog monkey. Finally, both of them were so exhausted that they let go of the rope at about the same time and plopped down, the elephant in the weeds and the whale in the seaweed. The monkey climbed down from his tree and made his way to where the elephant lay.
Okay, Mr. Elephant, remember our agreement.
Yeah, you won fair and square. You can climb in as many trees as you want and eat as much fruit as you want. And hey, I might want to hire you as my bodyguard sometime. And then the monkey went to the whale.
Okay, Mr. Whale, I hope you remember our agreement.
Sure. Boy, I never would have believed you were stronger than me. I should have known that you can't judge someone by their size.
So the elephant and the whale never bothered the monkey named Timmy again. And that night, he enjoyed a big feast of coconut and bananas, with fish for dessert. And that's the story of Tug of War from the Bahamas.
Yay! Hope you enjoyed that story. Now, you might be wondering how Timmy the monkey got his name. Listener, Caleb Eden and his family, they are supporters on our Patreon. So by supporting our Patreon and supporting these podcasts and supporting our theatrical endeavors, Caleb got to name the monkey Timmy. We think Timmy's a perfect name for a monkey.
It is a good name for a monkey. Excellent.
Yes. So if you are interested in becoming a Patreon, you can check that out on our website. Also, there'll be a link in our show notes, and maybe you will have a chance to name one of the characters in our podcast.
And that's going to wrap it up for this time. We'll catch you again in December. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving, and we will catch you next month.
Bye.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.